Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through today. I appreciate it. Wednesday, we're halfway through the week. We can make it to the weekend. I know we can. The weather's turning a little bit, but we're going to be fine. We're going to make it to Friday. And can you believe that when we do make it to Friday this week, it's the end of March? That's it. 3 months of 2019 are gone. When we talk about how time is flying, we're not joking these days. The years are absolutely flicking by. But we're hoping that today, in the next sort of 30 or 40 minutes, I can show you something that will give you a little bit of energy to keep you through the rest of the year as the months flick by. This afternoon, you are sitting in the halls of DuePoint. DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. So you might not have heard of DuePoint, but Constantia is a licensed and listed financial services and insurance company. Been around since 1952, so it's 68 years old this year. And it is a homegrown South African company. You can find our head offices and offices around the country. Actually, yesterday I was talking to the CEO of Constantia, and he was telling me that they've now got an office down in Durban, an office in Cape Town, and 2 offices up here in Joburg and the DuePoint office. So when people say to me, when are you going to open an office down in KZN or Durban or whatever, I can now say we've got an office down in Durban. This is excellent. So we've got offices all over the country. But most importantly is that we're a homegrown South African company. We want you to know that. You can come and find us 6 days a week in this office. You're not dealing with something from overseas. You're not dealing with something that has no people behind it. You can't find them. Here, you'll be able to call into our client service team Monday through Friday. You'll be able to email us, and you'll be able to physically visit us. We want you to have that confidence and trust in us as we go through what we do at DuePoint today. Folks, about 4 or 5 years ago now, about 2015, we were looking at trying to solve 2 problems that we had in South Africa. One, we were noticing that our distribution, our traditional forms of distribution, were not working as well as they used to. What's traditional forms of distribution? Well, TV adverts, billboards, radio adverts, SEO, all the stuff that we used to do to get people to come in and purchase our products was starting to dry up. We thought at the time it was because of the changes in technology, but it was more because South Africans' incomes were starting to dry up. At the time, we were less aware of it, but we could realize back then that we were heading towards a financial crisis in South Africa. And when I say financial crisis, I mean for us as individuals on the ground. As we have reached 2019, we have really started to see that as individuals in South Africa, we are in financial crisis. Most South Africans have not yet realized it. They have got their head in their sand and are saying to themselves, we're still okay, we're still fine, we're going to be fine. But we're not. We are already in financial crisis as individuals, and the next 36 months is going to be very revealing to all of us as we discover how bad that situation is. What we've lost in South Africa is our ability to control our income. We no longer have any say in how much we can earn. If we're employees, someone else is deciding. If we're unemployed, there are no jobs to go to. We have no control over our income, and we also have no control over our expenditure. What did we see happen last year? 7 petrol price increases and a VAT increase. All. And I've heard that there's an 8th petrol price increase coming, 98 cents or something. 98 cents. That's crazy. What has happened? None of us get a vote in it. None of us got a say. They didn't send us an email first to ask if we were happy to accept it. And what do we find? That as a result of all of this, the prices of everything are going up and going up and going up, and that puts us in crisis. How do we survive as South Africans if we cannot increase our income, but our expenditure is going up out of our control? How do we do it? Everything. When petrol goes up, everything goes up. We've even seen the electricity turned off. Hey, a week ago, we had no electricity around the country basically for half the week. Half the week, 3.5 of the 7 days, we were off. What does that do to our industry? Well, we know that the diesel started drying up. If the diesel dries up, the delivery trucks can't deliver our food and our clothing. They can't deliver the petrol anymore. This is what financial crisis looks like. And you know what it also looks like? It looks like the beginning of the end. It's frightening. If we're going to stop it being the beginning of the end for South Africa, well, then we're going to have to do it on the ground. And we're going to have to do it as South African citizens because our leadership has proven they are not capable of doing it. We have to do it ourselves. And we realized this back in 2015 when we designed a system to solve both these problems. Individuals on the ground creating wealth, and us as corporates surviving in a very different and very new South Africa into the future. We called the system we created the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system allows you as individuals to contract with us as wealth engineers. As wealth engineers, we give you one task. We're not going to ask you to sell. We're not going to ask you to present or to carry stock around with you. No, we're going to ask you to do one very simple thing. We're going to ask you just to connect other people to us. There are 57 million South Africans we have to get to as DuePoint, and we're going to need your help. Now, what we've done is we've created the latest and greatest cutting-edge technology that we put on your phone to allow you to connect South Africans to us with just 3 clicks. 3 clicks and you have connected South Africans. And as you do that, you solve our first problem, our distribution. We've now got a much larger platform of distribution as DuePoint. We're able to sell our products into this platform as the insurance company and create revenue. And from that revenue, we can solve problem number 2. We create wealth for you. You see, here at DuePoint, we're not in the business of creating cash. Cash does not create wealthy people, and it does not solve or change the economic circumstances of those involved. If you've ever been involved in something where you had to sell something, then you know that when you sold something, you got some cash. That cash did not change your life. You didn't move up to a better house. You didn't buy a car. Excuse me. You didn't get better clothes. You didn't pay off your debt. All that didn't. The cash arrived and it was gone. That's what cash does. Every system you've ever been to, where you might have even been to a presentation to, where they said that they would create riches for you with transactional cash, they didn't create riches for you, did they? That money vanished. That's the problem with cash. What we do at DuePoint is we deal in wealth. What is wealth? Wealth is recurring extra income. It's income that's there every month, whether you are working DuePoint or not, whether you are healthy or sick, whether you're on a holiday or in a hospital, the income comes in. Because when you have income coming in every single month, well, now you can start changing your circumstances. You can pay off your debts. You can build or buy a house. You can get a car. You can start moving up in life. Nothing that provides you, even your job, that provides you with once-off income, that disappears the moment you can't do it anymore. The moment you stop working, you know your income's not coming in. Nothing that does that creates wealth and change for you. And so our system, using our financial services products, which run on debit order systems, every month those automatic debit orders raise, no matter what day of the month it is, and your income flows in, changing your circumstances permanently in our system. Because it's a South African company, we have built a South African solution. So all of the things that get in our way as South Africans, primarily our egos, we built the system around South African egos because we all have South African egos. So we don't have to worry. We're not going to be selling or presenting or embarrassing ourselves in front of our friends in any way, shape or form at DuePoint. That we've eliminated. We all know that you're very busy. We know you're busy. We're absolutely overworked in our poverty in South Africa, are we not? How many of you actually work 40 hours a week? That's what the contract says, but we know you're working 60, 80, 100 hours a week. All of us do it. It's unacceptable, but it is our way of surviving. And yet our way of surviving is diminishing every year that passes. Folks, we know that you're busy, so our system takes that into account. We built a system that gives you leverage, the leverages of others, the leverage of time in the creation of income for you. With us, you're able to build teams, channels of individuals who go out and 24 hours a day, anywhere in South Africa, are able to increase your income, whether you're working on your system or not in the DuePoint system. We give you access to this entire system, our people, our offices, our technology, everything at no cost. There is no monthly fee. There is no admin fee. There's no startup fee that you're going to pay. You're not going to have to buy stock today or ever in our system, which means that today is not a financial risk decision for you. So men, you don't have to talk to your spouse about it before you become a wealth engineer. Today, you can make a decision by yourself. I don't get a lot of laughs to that because men are afraid. They know that there are other women in the room and they'll tell their wives. Today is not a financial decision, guys. So we do not need to concern ourselves that we're locking ourselves into something that will drag us further down. Our system is designed to create wealth, not take people's money. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you get free access and use of our entire system. It is a system of wealth creation, and it means that everybody can do it. Everybody, no matter their level of educational qualification. You're not selling. You're not intermediaries or brokers or agents or advisors. You are simply connecting people to us, and everybody is therefore able to create an asset. What is an asset? An asset is something that produces income for you every month. An asset is something that you can price and sell, which you can do in our system, and an asset is this channel of income that you will create during your lifetime, that you will earn off during your lifetime, that will automatically be handed over to your children when you pass away, and they will earn the income you created during your lifetime. They can take that asset you've built and build it even bigger in our system over their lifetime and hand it to your great-grandchildren, and so on and so on. Ladies and gentlemen, we believe that DuePoint is the only business in South Africa today that creates intergenerational wealth. We are not just trying to give you cash for now, this week. I always love the ones that go, no, we pay weekly. That means that you just have money vanishing weekly. That's all. No, we don't do weekly. We do generationally. We create wealth that you will be able to hand to your children. How many of you guys are handing assets over to your children when you die? How many of you? Most children will inherit their parents' debt. That's what they'll inherit. You will be individuals who will be able to hand over an asset and an income that is stable, recurring, reliable, and will last their whole lifetimes, not cash in the moment. We have to get out of survival mode. We have to in South Africa, and we have to start getting into building mode. You don't know how many South Africans have sat through DuePoint presentations and afterwards have said, no. I need something that's going to give me 50,000 Rand now. And I've said to them, nothing will give you 50,000 Rand now. No, but there's this thing here, and it says, if I buy these funny coins, or if I buy these products, if I sell these, I'll get 50,000 Rand. I'll say, okay, go do it. You tell me if you made the 50,000 Rand. How many people do you know have got rich overnight in anything? Not many, because you wouldn't be sitting here. Hey, you'd be on your yacht in the Mediterranean, wouldn't you? Ladies and gentlemen, we have to move away from a survival mentality. And we have to start moving towards a wealth mentality. Otherwise, we'll never be wealthy. We'll never be wealthy. We've got to think like rich people now, even though we aren't. And we've got to have a longer-term view. And at DuePoint, we have created a long-term tool that you and the generations after you will use in your family to create wealth for themselves. We have also built the system to be massively convenient for you. No more carrying around stock. We had a lady in here the other night with bags of groceries that she had got from this other thing she does that she now had to go and sell to people. Folks, that's like the dark ages. We're not in 1990 anymore. This is 2020 in 9 months' time. In less now, 8 months' time, it's 2020. Folks, we don't carry around groceries anymore. Here at DuePoint, everything has been done in an app on your phone. And it means that 3 clicks on your phone and you are connecting individuals to us, and we deliver perfectly, instantaneously, every time with the DuePoint system. No more presentations, no more carrying stock, no more selling is required for you, just connection. And as you connect individuals to us, our system will automatically allocate them to you. And as these individuals then go out, having seen what you've seen today, they too will connect individuals to us, and the system will again allocate them to you, and your channel of distribution for us here at DuePoint will spread out across the nation. Then we as the insurance company come along and do the work. We facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel you have created, and your income is born without all that normal stuff you would have had to do, without presentations, without stock, without selling, without conversation or debate. We've said this before. Folks, the time of conversation and debate is over. There is no more debate left around DuePoint. You're either doing DuePoint in South Africa or you are economically dying. Those are the 2 options left for every South African of every strata in our economy today. In a recessive economy, one that's shrinking, that's us. We are smaller every year than the year before, but we have more people coming in every year into the economy. You've got 2 choices. It's DuePoint or it's economic death. That's what's happening in South Africa today. And so you're even removed of the task of having to convince people to join DuePoint. It is, you require wealth. We know the answer is always yes. Watch this. Click, click, click. And you've got people connecting to DuePoint. We create the wealth. And as we create the wealth through this platform of distribution you've created for us, we distribute it to you in two ways. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 for every product payment in your channel every month that product payment is made, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment is made. So in simple terms, you're going to go out, you're going to talk to your friends. Click, 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 connect them to us. Some will pay for their products. When they do, you will get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. That's 55 Rand. It's 55 Rand not once, guys. It's every month going forward. People say to me, no, but Brendan, if I sell the pot, I get 450 Rand. If I sell the pills, I get 900 Rand. Yes, folks, once. Remember, the poverty mentality is I get 900 Rand now. The wealth mentality says, for the rest of my life and perhaps into the lives of my children, every month I will get 55 Rand. It doesn't matter how much anybody promises you they will pay you on a sale. It will never beat a recurring 55 Rand coming in every month. It also frees you from having to chase these people every month to buy again. You go to someone, you sell them the pot. In order to get the 900 Rand again, you've got to go back and sell them the pot again next month. Here at DuePoint, you will connect them to us once, and our system will automatically load that debit order every month going forward. No more running back to people to beg them to buy or collecting their stock and bringing it to them. It's all done in our system of convenience. These individuals might take 2 products, then you get 110 Rand. 3 products, you get 165 Rand. Not once, but every month. If they take 4 products, you get 220 Rand, and so on. These individuals will go out and talk to their friends. Some will pay for their products, and again, you'll get 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. You've been here in this example 5 minutes, and you're earning 1,000 Rand a month with us. 1,000 Rand a month. Not once off. Every month going forward, it's 12,000 Rand a year. You haven't quit your jobs. You're still doing your work every day, but you've got 1,000 Rand a month coming in that you didn't before. Then you put some more effort in. Maybe you want some more money. Maybe you want more than 1,000. That's fine. Our system caters for any amount. Put more time and energy in, and your channel will continue to grow. People will continue to be connected to your channel, and you will continue to earn on their product payments all the way down to the 8th point. But from the 8th point on, you have unlimited earning capacity. From the 8th point on, you will always get 4% of 27 Rand 50 for every product payment in your channel, no matter what point it's on, as long as you qualify to earn. This is not a system that puts a ceiling above your head. Here, if you want to earn 5,000 Rand a month, you can. If you want to earn 50,000 Rand a month, you can earn that too. If you want to earn 500,000 Rand a month, you can earn that too in our system. None of these are hollow promises. All of these have already been tried and tested in the DuePoint system. It comes purely down to you. How much do you want to earn and create for yourself and your family? There's 2 ingredients to success at DuePoint: time and numbers. You can put lots of numbers in little time and you won't succeed. Or you can put lots of time in and connect no one, and you won't succeed either. You've got to mix the two. It's like baking a cake. You can't put one ingredient in. You've got to put both. At DuePoint, you are not entering a get-rich-quick, cash-now kind of thing that's gone tomorrow. What you are now entering into is a lifetime of wealth creation with us. As you add time and numbers to your channels, your wealth will grow, not your cash. Cash is once off. Your wealth will grow, your recurring income. And we can measure it here at DuePoint. We've been around long enough. We've got the data. We know how to work out pretty accurately what you can expect to earn with us. We use a very simple growth rate formula just to give you an example. We call it 3 + 2. It says in your first month with us, you're responsible for adding just 3 people. We know you're busy. We know you're very, very busy and you don't know anyone. No, I don't know anyone. Great. You know 3 people. I'll find them on your phone. In your first month, you're responsible for adding 3 people. And then every month thereafter, you are responsible for adding just 2 people. Every month though. You're not allowed to skip a month. Once every 15 days, you've got to connect 1 person to us. That's 6 taps on your phone a month. I know you can do that. You did 6 taps on your phone before you'd even woken up this morning. You were still half asleep and you were tapping on your phone. I know that you know how to do this. If you can tap your phone 6 times a month and you don't quit in doing that month after month, year after year, I can tell you what you can reasonably expect to earn. If you put 3 people in month 1 and +2, +2, +2, +2, after 6 months, you can reasonably expect to be on 2,500 Rand a month. Now, you've really not been doing anything. People go, what, 2,500 Rand? That's not very much. Yes, you've been adding 2 people a month. If you'd like to earn more, connect more people. If you connect 10 people, it'll be 10,000 Rand a month. If you connect one person, it'll be $1,000 a month. It's completely up to you. I'm just giving you an example. If you are growing at 2 people a month on your first point, then having not inconvenienced yourself in any way, shape, or form, you have created for yourself an income of 30,000 Rand a year. 30,000 Rand a year. In the next 6 months, are any of you getting a 2,500 Rand raise at work? No. December's a long way away. And even then, will we get increases this year with our economy in the tatters that it is in right now? I doubt it. Even last year, the economists predicted a general decrease in incomes across the economy. That's definitely going to happen again. That means you could be earning less, physically earning less next year than this year. Or by connecting 2 people a month. By the end of 6 months, you could be on 2,500 Rand extra coming in every month. 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. That sure beats the 450 Rand for the pot or the 900 Rand for the toiletries. Now, can you do 6 more months? Plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. After a year, that's this time next year. Coming up on Easter, 2020. And that 2.5 will become 9 to 10,000 Rand a month. 9 to 10, you didn't have to become a specialist. You didn't have to go through hardcore training. You didn't have to become a rep or a KI or an advisor. No, just every month, you slowly but surely added 2 people. There were people that laughed at you and said that this is a Ponzi or a pyramid because they had no idea what a Ponzi or a pyramid scheme is. It's nothing like declaring a 68-year-old licensed and listed on the JSE insurance company a Ponzi scheme. You would have thought one of the 9 regulators would have picked us up by now. But you ignored them and you carried on. You ignored your brothers and sisters. What do you know? You know your brothers and sisters and your mom and dad are going to laugh at you when you go home today. You're going to go and say to them, you are not going to believe what I saw today. You need, and then you're going to tell them about DuePoint and they're going to laugh at you. But you ignored them and you carried on finding just 2 people a month. That's all we asked for was 2 people. You carried on month after month. And after a year, you were earning 120,000 Rand a year extra. 120,000 Rand extra a year. What could you do with an extra 120,000 Rand now a year? Would you be willing to work for your boss if he said, listen, give me 1 year and I'll give you a 10,000 Rand raise next year? Would you do it? None of you would have difficulty spending 1 more year in employment. How many years have you spent in employment already? 5, 10, 15, 20 years of employment? Maybe more. If your boss said, listen, give me 1 more year and I'll give you a 10,000 Rand raise, you would have said, I'm in. And I say, give me a year at DuePoint connecting 2 people a month, and you go, no, they laugh at me, and they don't pay, and they lapse. And folks, that's normal human behavior. That's not what we asked you to do. We said, just keep connecting 2 people. If you do it for 2 years, can you connect people 2 a month for 2 years? Because if you can, that 9 to 10 will become 27,000. 27 to 30,000 Rand a month. In 24 months, you can be in the top third of earners in the country according to SARS. Are you willing to do 2 years to get to 30,000 Rand a month? I know statistically that 2/3 of you in this room don't earn 30,000 Rand a month. Maybe all of you don't earn 30,000 Rand. In 2 years' time, you could be there. What did we ask you to do? Just connect 2 people every month. We didn't say increase your speed after year 1. I just said just stay at it, stay at it, stay at it. If you can do it for a 3rd year, it'll rise to 40 to 45,000 Rand a month. If you can do it for 4 years, you'll be up to 60 to 65,000 Rand a month. And if you can do it for half a decade with us, half a decade, you'll be on 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's R1 million a year. You will have created that for yourself under your own control and by your own terms. No one can take it away. No one can fire you. No one can retrench you. This is your income. You didn't make it in 5 days. You didn't make it in 5 weeks. And you didn't make it in 5 months. It took you 5 years. But you did not quit. You added 2, and you added 2, and you just kept going. The naysayers came and went. We've got 57 million people to get to. That means you get 57 million tries at this business. That's great. That's an endless amount of tries. It'll take you your whole lifetime and beyond to get to all of them. And they're waiting for you. They're waiting. And if you go, what about year 6 and year 7 and year 8 and year 9? What happens to that number if you don't stop? Well, we already know the years are passing. We've got people earning. We know what it looks like. And every month we put people on our stage, 1 or 2 from around the country, sometimes 3, showing you what people are doing with the DuePoint system in South Africa. Folks, we show you the good guys and we show you the bad guys. We show you the guys that have been building for a long time and we show the guys that have been building for a short time. All of them will match your own circumstances. You'll find someone out there, and then you decide what you want. We had Lekotli, he's been with us for a year and a bit. He comes from the Free State there. He's not been to our offices. He doesn't know what it looks like. This is a nationwide business. He's probably watching us right now live. And over that period of time, while he runs he does his own job, works full time, we've paid him $13,000. Nothing like getting an extra $1,000 a month. Extra income. He's got a fantastic testimony video. He introduced 26 people. Those 26 people connected 167 people for him. Do you see the leverage here? You've got the 26 people connected. Those 26 people go out and connect 167. All of a sudden, he gets an extra 13 grand in his first year with us. First year, he gets an extra 13 grand. Then we had Fred and Eugenie. They've been with us for 2 years. We put them on stage because of their story. We put them up here because of their story. For 2 years, they have been through hell. Fred's had 3 strokes and a heart attack. He's in a wheelchair, rolls in, electric wheelchair, rolls in here. But I tell you, he never loses that smile. Eugenie was sick in bed for 8 months in these 2 years. In these 2 years. 3 strokes and a heart attack and 8 months in bed. Both of them down. And over the 2 years, we've paid them $30,000. Do you know what it's like to have income coming in when you're sick in bed for 8 months? And the income just comes in every month. They have never, ever missed a month with us paying them in all the months they've been with us. 24 months they've been with us, and they've earned $30,000. They've introduced 16 first pointers who have introduced 124 people for them while they've been sick, while they've been in bed. This business is for everyone in every set of circumstances. We've got guys that earn way more than this. You can go there. We've got guys earning a couple $100 grand a month. You've got guys $3,500, $32,000. Where's another one? $17,000. We've got them all in the system. Go and look at them. Go and look at their stories. There's 20,000. Go and look at their stories on our YouTube channel. We've got the people earning all of them. 68. Look at the date on this one. 2016. 68. What do you think that looks like today? Hey, guys, you have to go onto our YouTube channel. Go and see where it says Wealth Engineers Tell All. We have over 100 testimonies of people who stood on the stage. Some guys shooting the lights out. Other guys just creating an income that saves them every month when the circumstances turn bad. We've got all the stories. You can go see the guys that got to crazy numbers in 5 months. And like I said, we've got the stories of the folk that spent 2 years surviving, and while surviving, building wealth for themselves through the DuePoint system. That's the first way we create wealth for you. The second way we distribute the wealth to you is through our XP Rewards training program. Where you engage with our training program, as you complete the steps in it, we give you XP points. XP points accumulate, and as they accumulate and your channel grows, we rank you up. And when we rank you up, we reward you. Each rank gets cash that you get for it. Then as we get up to rank 5, we start to give you tools. At rank 5, we give you an imported lightning memory stick from the US. It plugs into everything, and it's got everything you need on it to connect people to us, whether you're online or offline. At rank 7, we give you a 20,000 Rand set of business cards, imported, custom made, and gold gilded for you. Gold gilded. Rob spoke about it last night. Credibility. Where do you go, these Facebook and WhatsAppy things? Where's the credibility? Where's the office? Where's the people? Can you take them to the owner? Can you take them to the executive team? No. Here at DuePoint, you can do all of those, as well as having a card that comes out of a 20,000 Rand imported set. Credibility is what we give you, and it allows you to connect faster and grow your wealth faster with us here at DuePoint. And then at rank 9, for those of you who persevere, who don't let your laughing brother or sister get on top of you, who don't let your friend who didn't pay get on top of you, but kept going until you hit rank 9 in our system. When you do, as long as you maintain your channel size with us for the rest of your life, we will take you and your family away on a 1-week trip, 5-star, business class, all expenses paid, every year. Now, I don't have to show you fake footage. I love looking at these things on the internet. It's always made up stuff from stock images and that off the internet. We've gone. We go every year with our rank 9s. And we're going again at the end of this year. We've just booked it. We know where we're going. And so I can show you real footage of our rank 9s away on these trips with their families. We had such a laugh a while ago. One of our wealth engineers forwarded me one of these incentive trips from one of these other things that's already gone. And in there it said, congratulations, you've qualified for the trip, but you must know we don't pay for this, we don't pay for that, we don't pay for this. One of the things is we only give you the basic meal. That's my favorite one. I laughed so hard. What's the basic meal? Is it bread and water? If you don't like the basic bread, we don't pay for anything extra. We don't pay. You come in by yourself, we don't pay for your spouse and families. We don't pay for your trip to the airport. We don't pay for your transfer. If you don't live in Joburg, we don't fly you to OR Tambo. Do you know what you get from us in the rank 9? Congratulations, you're rank 9. You and your family are going away. You don't need to even bring your wallet. We pick you up at your house, no matter where it is in South Africa, and we deliver you back there a week later. And for you and your family, Decembers look like this.
Isn't it nice to see real footage? Real footage of real people. Every year we have new rank 9s that join us. And who's going to join us this year? That's a question for you. Yeah. The fastest guys that got there was this chap here, 5 months to rank 9. So you can do it. Slowest so far, 31 months to rank 9. But it didn't matter. That couple comes away with us every year now. Doesn't matter that it took 3 years to get there. This is not a competition. This is not a competition. There isn't a deadline. When you get to rank 9, you come with us, whether it takes 5 months or whether it takes 5 years. When you get there, because we build wealth, not cash in transit. And when you get there, it's yours. And it's as long as you maintain your channel size, it's every year thereafter you get to come away with us. At rank 11, we give you your own car. It is not branded. It's not financed through us. It's in your name. You don't rent it from us, and we don't take it away from you when we don't like you anymore. It's your car. It's your car. Because it is a tool you'll use to build your wealth with us here at DuePoint. That's 11 of our 28 mapped ranks in our training program currently. You've seen the first third. There is another 2/3 for you still to explore. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to create this wealth that we distribute to you, we use our products here. We have 4 products. Our first is our Access Wealth Plan. It costs 324 Rand a month, and for 324 Rand, you get 2 independent products, your very own tax-free investment account
and 120,000 rands worth of personal accident cover. We take 100 rand of your 324 every month and we put it into your investment account, and it's your money. You start to build an asset with us before you've even connected your first person with us here at DuePoint. Then our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 rand a month. For that you get R1,000,000 rands worth of personal accident cover. No waiting periods, no medical examinations or declarations, and no maximum age limits. Anybody of any circumstance in South Africa can be a wealth engineer creating wealth with us. And then our third product is our Family Wealth Funeral Plan. It starts at 299 rand a month. For that you get two benefits. Firstly, funeral cover. You can pick between 20 or 30,000 rands worth of funeral cover, and whether you want 5 or 10 family members on that cover with you. The principal member, the policy owner of the product, also gets 10,000 rands worth of outstanding debt cover, which means that when you pass away one day, we will settle 10,000 rands worth of your debt so that your family don't need to. Our fourth product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 299 rand a month to be a member, and as a member you get access to all of our suppliers and service providers. We're always adding new suppliers to this list, and they give you discounts and vouchers and account packages and account managers and VIP services and all sorts of things you couldn't get normally out there as an individual. You now have access to through our Wealth Points Buyers Club. Ladies and gentlemen, if all of that wasn't enough, this year we have really laid the gauntlet down for South Africans. We have put before them what we call our 365 challenge. We know that South Africans are running out of time, and therefore we've put to them this year an opportunity for them to permanently change their economic circumstances in 1 year. You have 365 days from the day that you become a wealth engineer to put 365 people in to your first point, to connect 365 people to us. If you're able to do that, well then at the end of your 365 days, we'll give you 365,000 rand in cash. But in addition, we know what your channel will look like. With the introduction of 365 people, your channel will have exceeded rank 9, which means that you will have qualified for our rank 9 trip. We also know it will have exceeded rank 11, which means that in the next 365 days, you will get, perhaps for the first time in your life, your very own brand new car. But more importantly, that channel will be worth about 40 to 50,000 rand a month in returns. That's 500 to 600,000 rand a year. In 1 year, ladies and gentlemen, you have the opportunity to create a reflective value of 1.25 million rand with DuePoint in 1 year. We're asking you to do something that is very simple. We want you to connect 365 people of the 57 million that there are in South Africa. And your time starts the moment you become a wealth engineer. You're not prejudiced. You have the opportunity. All South Africans have the opportunity and are now in control of that opportunity. Not like at work where someone else is in control. Here, you physically are in control of this opportunity to create 1.25 million rands worth of value in the next year. Where in the South African economy today do you have that chance, that opportunity? When I say that DuePoint is beyond conversation and debate, I mean it. There is nothing in our country today that creates an intergenerational asset for you with a tool that costs you nothing to use every month, that in the next 365 days could earn you the equivalent value of 1.25 million rand. It is not up for debate. It is not up for conversation. You're either doing DuePoint or you need to count the cost of what you have said no to. You need to count it and understand what you have put behind you in doing this. It doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter what other people will say or do to you in your pursuit of wealth with DuePoint. All of them will ultimately become wealth engineers at DuePoint because we have been left with no alternative in our current set of circumstances. Ladies and gentlemen, to become a wealth engineer today is very easy. You're going to go to our website, dewpoint.net. You're going to read the data if you want to, or watch the videos. Everything's in video if you don't like reading. We've done everything for South Africans. And once you're happy with what you've seen, you click apply or join. In less than 3 minutes, you'll be a wealth engineer, and without a single cent having passed from your pockets today. Not a cent. And this afternoon, you can start building wealth for yourself. This afternoon. There's no delay. We don't wait for payment. This afternoon, you have the tool in your hands and you start building wealth for yourself in our system. If you want to do more research, go ahead and do it. As I've said to you, we're a nearly 7-decade-old insurance company. Go to the JSE's website, look us up under Conduit Capital. We're listed on the JSE. Go to Constantia's website. It's a public company. Our financial statements are there. Our BEE status is there. Everything you need is online. And then go to the FSCA's website and the other regulator sites, and you'll find our licenses, our associations, everything. You are dealing with a homegrown, real-world business, and the only wealth creation business that we know of in South Africa today for the average South African. That's who you're dealing with here. We're nationwide, ladies and gentlemen, 365, 24 hours a day, anywhere in the nation, this business runs. And on the 11th of May, we're going to be down in the Eastern Cape in Port Elizabeth. All of those of you from around the country and here in Gauteng, we expect to see you. Down there on the 11th, we're going to be holding our normal conference down there, our encounter. And as you know, it is an opportunity for people to be building wealth outside of the province they're in. If you're in the Western Cape, we expect to see you there. If you're in KZN, we expect to see you there. And of course, if you're in the Eastern Cape, we want everybody from the Eastern Cape there on the 11th. How do you book your tickets? Again, they're free. You go into our app under events, or you go to our website under events, and you book your tickets. We need to know how big a venue to book, so we need you to book your tickets now. Don't wait until the week before. Book them now. Your guests, yourself, start planning your accommodation, start planning your transport, because we're building wealth across the nation. Once we're done with East London, we'll move to the next province. We're constantly in motion, building a nationwide business of wealth here at DuePoint. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very, very serious about what we're doing here at DuePoint. This is not like anything you have seen before, and don't let anybody try and convince you otherwise. Here at DuePoint, we are creating wealth for every South African. We will be part of the economic solution for South Africa over the next decade or two. And ultimately, we want every one of you picking this tool up and getting out there and building wealth for yourselves. If you've got questions and concerns, come and ask them. Call our client service team. We're here to answer them, because we're building something sustainable and legitimate and intergenerational. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be live again tomorrow night at 6:30. If you missed last night's Tell All Tuesday, I can't encourage you enough to go and watch it. It was incredible last night. If you were here last night, you couldn't even stand. There wasn't even space afterwards. People were flowing out into the corridors outside. It was amazing how powerful last night was. Go and watch it. It's on YouTube, and you will find it underneath the Wealth Engineers Tell All section and the special introductions section. So please go and watch it. But for the rest of you, tune in again tomorrow night at 6:30. Bring your guests tomorrow night here at 6:30, and we will be live again. And in between, use our technology to connect individuals to us. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you all outside. The rest of you, I'll see you at 6:30 tomorrow.